Math time, math time, math time. Hey, Mrs. Crumb.
Hey, what, Math Bunny?
How do you know that carrots are good for your eyes?
Because you never see rabbits wearing glasses.
I didn't eat enough carrots.
So, you guys better eat your carrots.
Eat your carrots. You have healthy eyes.
All right. Thank you, guys. Here we are, video 3.
Pages 51 and 52.
Last math video of the week.
All right, so we're on number 4 because this is a continuation of our last video. Number 4 says a rectangular prism has a square base
Square.
with side lengths of 5 centimeters and a height of 7 centimeters. What is the volume of the prism?
Oh, so all we have to do is multiply.
That's not bad.
But even though it said it only has 2 numbers there, do I just multiply those 2?
No, because you know what? A square has the length and the width are the same, so it's going to be 5 times 5.
There we go. Okay, that makes sense, huh?
All right,
Good.
so 5 times 5, that's 25.
Ooh, 25 times 7.
Ooh,
Oh my
That
goodness.
scares me at first, but
No, we can do it. We've
You
got
know
our
what?
partial
we
product.
do. But you know what I'm thinking of is quarters.
Oh, that works too.
Because I know that 4 quarters is $1, so it'd be 100.
Uh-huh.
And then 125, 150, 175.
Nice, Math Bunny. That was good thinking. I was going to multiply 20 times 7 and get 140 and then add 35 to it. I was still going to get 175.
It doesn't really matter which way you do it.
Isn't that the great thing about math?
It's so great.
Yeah, we can do it however
And
we want.
C
Ah.
says 175 cubic centimeters.
There we go.
Do, do,
Piece of
do.
cake.
We're already done with one of these.
All right.
The diagram below shows the measurements of a mold used to make sandcastles.
Oh, I want to go to the
I want to
beach.
go to the beach to make
Me
sandcastles.
too.
It'd be fun.
Field trip?
Field trip. One day.
Someday, if we ever get back.
Dream
We will.
field trip.
We will.
We don't make any promises about the beach thing.
No. We're just going.
Yeah, just teacher field trip. Sorry, guys. All right, which expression can be used to find the volume of the mold in cubic inches? Oh, it doesn't even want us to solve it. It just wants us to look at what we could use to solve it.
Right. And I saw something key that I think we better be careful about because it said which expressions.
So maybe
There
there's
could be more than one. So we better be
Ooh.
careful as
Better
we're
be
looking
careful.
through these. Okay.
Okay.
So, how can we chop this thing apart?
Well, I wonder if we should look at the dimensions and see if we
Oh.
can make them.
Okay, let's try it.
All right. So A says 5. Or C,
Okay, we've got a 5 there.
times 2. Well, here's a 2, but
Uh-huh.
that's not anywhere near that. That wouldn't make a prism.
No,
I don't think that's one of them.
That doesn't seem right, does it? Huh.
All right. Let's get rid of that one.
And we don't think A is
I don't think
it.
it's A. Let's try B. We've got 5.
Okay.
Okay, solid. By 2. I don't see it.
I see it.
They're all 5 by 2, Mrs. Crumb.
You know where I see it? If this is 5, this is 5, this is 5.
You're
So if this one was maybe cut here, this would be 5 by 2 by 3.
You are right. So I think we have to go back to A and double check.
All right.
All right. So let's see. We have 5 by 2 by 3.
Okay, so that takes care of that top.
Yep. So that
Part
would
right
be
there.
this guy.
Okay, so it could be A, it could be B. Look, it could even be, is that an E down there? I
It
think
is
so.
an E. So these are all possible right now if this dimension is the same. So I'm going to change colors
Okay,
and let's see if we can make this bottom one.
okay.
So this says 5 by 5. Okay, where would we get another 5 from? Let's think really critically here. Because we need to have a height. Well, this says this whole thing is 6. This is 3, so this must be 3.
Right.
I got that.
Okay.
But then I need this whole thing, and that's 7.
Right.
So really, to get this, I'm going to need a 7, a 5, and a 3.
Oh.
So where do we see
I see
5,
one that's
2, and
got
3.
that.
7, 5, and 3. So B.
B is definitely a possibility.
All right.
Okay.
So let's look. This one has different dimensions. Let's check this one. 5, 2, and 3. Yeah. 7. Okay. 5. And then 6.
Okay. But you know, Math Bunny, I think we may need to look at something too. I agree that I don't think it could be A or it could be E.
Mm-hmm.
But what if we chopped it in a different way?
I think you're right. I think we're going to have to start and chop it a different way.
Right.
So if we chopped it here, maybe we need to chop it here.
Okay,
So
let's try it.
erase. Thank you.
Okay, so the last time we chopped that top off, but if we drew it down, now we have some different dimensions. We still will have the same volume, but we might be able to find it in a different way. So let's see, what would we get? Do you want to start with this side or this side?
Let's start with this side. We already
Okay.
have a line there. So we've
All right.
got 6.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got, oh, this was 5, so this is 5.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to need to have 2.
There we go. So it's going to be 6 by 5 by 2. And any of that order, right? Because it can be 2 by 5 by 6, 5 by 2 by 6. Uh-oh. And
We've
look.
got a 5,
Right. So it could be
a
either...
2, a 6, a 5, a 2, a 6.
Ah, okay. So either one of those right now work. So now we need to take a look at our other half over here.
All right, so let's try and figure out some dimensions for that. So we've got a width of 5.
Uh-huh.
We've got a, let's see, height, we decided last time was 3.
Right.
And then we can't do 7 because this whole thing was 7.
Right, and we've already taken 2 of them away, huh?
7 minus 2 is 5. So this is going to be a length of 5.
Ah, so now we need one that's going to be 5 by 5 by 3. Or anywhere in that order.
So a 5, a 5, and a 3. Well, this has a 5, a 5, and a 3. So I think C is another one. This has a 7, a 5. No.
Right, because they didn't take that 2 away.
They didn't.
So,
And this has the same thing. So
Right.
D and E aren't it. So the answers are B,
B
and C.
so you want to be careful about those when it says, maybe expressions. There might be more than one.
Alrighty.
Whew.
Let's look at 6.
Okay, so this diagram is showing us 2 identical rectangular prisms joined together. Okay. So what is the combined volume in cubic meters of the 2 prisms? So we just need to be able to look and see what is it that we already know. Okay? They're trying to trick you a little bit, that I bet you guys can see. So usually to find volume, we have our length times our width times our height, right? So we have this here that's 11. We have this that's 5. Well, what is this 10 also representing? Do you see it?
Gosh, I think if I were to knock it over, they would be exactly the same. So that 10 must be the same 10 from right here.
I agree with you. Nice.
Yeah.
So we can see where if they told us they were identical, so that let us know that if this was 10, that also
That's
had to
10.
be 10.
That was very tricky, but you know what? It actually wasn't that hard.
It wasn't as bad as it looked, huh?
Yeah, and now we can just multiply.
You got
these.
it.
All right. Well, let's see. We've got 10 times 11 times 5. So we can do 10 times 11, which would be 110,
Times 5.
times 5.
So 11 times 5 is just 55.
55.
So it's just going to be 550 cubic meters. All right.
But wait
Now-
a minute.
Oh.
That's the volume of just one of them. There's
And they said we have
two of them.
So we have to double that.
right. That's
All right,
not
we
so
can
bad.
do that.
So if I just have another 550, I can add it just
Yep.
like we add them. I don't even have to do more math. I just write it down. I've got 0, and that would be 10. Regroup here, and that's 11. So I have
1,100
cubic meters.
I know. And this little thing, they're like, hey, you can make it a little Scantron. Back in the old days when, Matt Bunny and I went to school.
Oh,
we
yeah.
used to have to do Scantrons to put, answers onto stuff.
So what you would do is you would write like place value, the 1,100, with this being the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, and the thousands place. And then you just have to bubble what each of these were. So I've got a 1 here,
Yep.
a 1 here, a 0 here, and a 0 here. And that's how you do it. They're really fun. Did you ever grade scan?
Oh, yeah. You'd love to put them through the machine.
And it would
So much fun.
punch them when they got something wrong. And if
Yep.
the kid got something really wrong, go. And it was you were like, ooh, they got it wrong.
You never wanted that to be your test.
Nope.
All right.
Trip down memory lane, right?
It was.
Scantrons.
I know, crazy stuff. But guess what? We're almost done.
Yay!
All right. So this one's telling us a cardboard box has a volume of 60 cubic feet. Give 3 different sets of measurements that could be the dimensions of the box. So really, they just want us to be able to figure out what can I multiply to get
make
60.
Huh.
Okay.
That doesn't seem so bad.
Oh,
Well, you know what would be the really easy one to do is to say it's 6 feet by 1 feet by 10 feet.
math bunny.
It's easy because 6 times 1 is 6 times 10 is 60.
But that's absolutely true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh, what else could we do?
Well, we could break something apart up in there, right?
We could break the 6 apart
Let's
more.
do it.
All right. So I could break the 6 into a 2 times 3 and still keep that 10 there because 2 times 3 is 6 times 10 is 60.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
Let's do something trickier. Let's start with 5.
Ooh, 5. All right.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 here.
Okay, so now we have to multiply something to get up to 60.
Hmm.
So what should we do? Do you want to do another 3?
Let's do another.
Okay,
3.
let's put a 3.
Okay.
So let's make it 5 by 3. Ooh,
Okay. Ooh.
we're getting there. We're up to 15. So then if we multiply that by
4. Ooh, very
That's 60.
tricky. That's still 60.
It is. Now, could we have done this in a bunch of other
I
ways
think
too?
there's like way more ways that we could have done that.
I think so too.
It's just knowing your math facts.
That's it.
Yay. Well, that one wasn't as hard as it looked.
No, it's just a bunch of different ways that we can find that same thing, which is like math because we keep doing that.
Right? All right, number 8. Rami designed a small pond for a restaurant. The diagram below shows, I can read, the measurements of the pond. How many cubic feet of water are needed to fill the pond? And show your work.
Oh, all right, we can do that.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
So first we better figure out where we want to chop it apart, huh? Okay,
You
so what
know,
do you think you want to do?
There's something about this ledge that I just really want to be like, meh, meh.
Perfect, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with this bigger one
Yeah.
over here. So we have a 12.
We have the 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and you know what? This says it's 6 feet wide. I bet it's also 6 feet wide over here.
Absolutely.
So now I can just multiply 12 times 4 times 6.
Awesome. Hey,
All right.
that wasn't too bad, huh? All right, so what's 12 times 4?
48.
48. On a good day.
48 times 6.
Ah, so we have different ways we could do that, right? 40 times 6, because I really like those partial products. That's 240. And then 8 times 6 is 48. So then 240 plus 48, silly math bunny, is 288. All right, so that would be how many cubic feet we need over there. So now we still have this ledge that we need to figure out. Okay, so let's think about what we know. We have our 6,
We have our 2.
2, but
We
we're
just need
missing.
this.
Yeah, so what's that going to be?
Well, it says this whole thing is 18.
Ah.
And this was 12. Oh, so I could do 18 minus 12, which would be 6.
6.
Well, that's not so bad.
Oh, that wasn't
Then
bad
I can
at all.
6 times 6 times 2.
Ah, there we go.
6 times 6 is 36. Times 2 is
72. There we go. Now all we have to do is add them together. So our 288 plus 72.
all
There
right.
we go. So 8 plus 2, of course, is 10.
10.
On a good day.
Oh, and you know what? I could do this 1 down here and say 8 plus 8 because I like that.
I know, me too. 16.
2 plus 1, that's kind of a 1.
It
There we
is.
go.
We knew
It's
what it was.
3.
Awesome.
So 360 cubic feet.
Look, they even put our measurement for us.
We
We
didn't
didn't even
even
have to
have to
label.
Last What?
All right. Whew, so we're getting tired.
Yep.
All right.
Describe a real-world object that could be modeled by a rectangular prism and give its dimensions and use a formula to find the volume of the object. Oh.
Wow.
So there's like no right or wrong answer. This is whatever
all
we
sorts
feel like.
of different things.
Huh.
Well, let's see. I mean, we could do a swimming pool.
Could do a swimming pool.
We could do bricks that we're putting together.
Yeah.
We could do a walkway. We could do so many different
Could do
things.
boxes.
We could do boxes.
This is awesome. All right. So it doesn't even say it needs to be a complex prism.
Oh, it doesn't.
It could just be a regular rectangular prism.
We're just thinking complex because that's what we've been doing.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
So you know us. We're going the easy way.
Let's do just a rectangular prism.
Let's do it. So
All right.
maybe we need to, move something. So we have to pack something
Yeah, in like a box.
in
Okay.
a box.
So we've got like a big moving box. They're like this big. That seems like 3 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
It's
3 feet.
a moving box. That's
The magic finger.
3 feet long.
All right.
And then it's probably 2 feet wide.
Right, yeah, because usually it's about, arm width. And then how tall is it?
It's probably about 2 feet tall.
Right, because you wouldn't want it to be too big. Then you wouldn't be able to lift it.
And then I just have to multiply 3 times 2 times 2.
We got that.
3 times 2 times 2. 3 times 2 is
6.
6 times 2 is
12. We knew she had to get her room number in there for at least the last one.
right. I
Guys.
had to do it.
All right, so that box could hold 12 cubic feet worth of stuff.
Right. And you don't have to do a moving box. You could do a swimming pool.
You could do
You
anything.
just kind of got to make sure the measurements are kind of realistic. You don't want like a 6 centimeter by 2 centimeter by 1 centimeter pool.
Well, unless maybe it was for,
A pool for ants.
that'd be like the ocean, the ant ocean.
The ant ocean. It's probably still a little centimeters. It's probably still a swimming pool. Lap pool.
There you go.
So just make sure this makes sense or use our example. Guess what? You're all done. Except for one last thing.
Yeah.
Exit ticket. Exit ticket. Exit ticket
And
in
iReady.
So go on to iReady, take your 5-question exit ticket.
And make sure you read it carefully. That was kind of what got a lot of people last time, huh?
Yep. Read it carefully, and then you're all done.
Woo! Bye, guys.
Eat your carrots.